Hey guys, it's Momo in the living flesh, and today you're here on my show that recently failed, Dr. Dilemma. And today you could basically call me the Love Doctor. Today I will be giving you some dating advice and love advice and things that I'm not really experienced in, but I have witnessed, and I have some tips and advice for you. I'm also trying to redeem myself from my last two or first show that I did of Dr. Dilemma. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I mean, who am I kidding? It was bad. But I'm here to change that, and I'm kind of in a loving mood, so I was sitting on the toilet once again, thinking to myself, what could I do? I feel like making a video, but what could I do? And I thought, why not dating advice, since I'm so beautiful. Alright, my first advice would probably be to people who are looking for a relationship. My advice to them is, first of all, don't try too hard, because if you try too hard, you'll just end up ruining the whole thing. Second of all, don't try to be someone you're not. Always be yourself, because I'm sure if you're that great of a person, that's the person they'll fall in love with. Plus, if they do fall into a relationship with a fake you, they'll just be in a false relationship the whole time, which isn't fair to them or you. It will be so fake. Not good. Not good. They say the best love is the one that feels the realest. But one that could also feel sort of like a dream-like thing, but like in a good way, I think. Sound way better in my head and while I was sitting on the toilet. Just always make sure you're yourself. Don't try too hard, because you'll just end up ruining your chances completely. And being yourself is probably the most important thing of it all, because, you're you, and you need to show people how great you truly are. And I'm sure that everybody who's watching this video is a really good and beautiful person in the inside and out. Another advice tip is to also leave your options very open. Always have an open mind, because if you're always going by the certain type, then you'll probably just skip over the one you're meant to be with. I mean, what if you go for more of sporty people, and then your true love turns out to be your nerd? I mean, then you just went right past them, and you're missing the greatest chance of a lifetime. So always keep an open heart and welcome anybody that you're willing to just take a chance with. And if you eventually do find the one, while you've been looking for someone, make sure that you're very subtle. And I mean, some people do like a person who just goes for it, but I think probably 85% like someone who's more subtle, but like, someone you could kind of ease into a relationship with. And a lot of people like someone who makes them feel comfortable, and you feel comfortable at the same time. And they say usually you could find someone when you're not even looking for someone at all, which is a really good thing. So don't always try to look so hard, and don't try to get so desperate when you're just willing to anybody. You know what I mean? Like, if this guy is at the corner of the street and he's just like, hey, you're cute, and you're like, hey, want a date? And he's just sitting on the corner of the street. I mean, that says a lot of desperation to me. And don't ever, this goes for more of middle school people and high school people, if you have a crush, don't just focus on them the whole time, because usually with those situations, it just ends up not being them at all, and then it seems like you just wasted all your time focusing on this one person who's never gonna come for you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Make sure you go out and explore. Sure, go like the guy, but not so crazy where it's that one and only person in your life. I mean, I don't know how to quite explain it. Alright, some advice for the guys. If you are in a relationship with a girl, don't assume everything, because some girls like, you know, a guy that gives them flowers once in a while. Like, if you have a girl that isn't really one of those girly girl types who wants chocolates and flowers and wants you to tell them that you love them all the time, just make sure you say, like, nice stuff about them every once in a while, because after a while they do get a bit more like, does he still like me? Am I doing something wrong? Like, they start to question the relationship, and you may be thinking that everything's going well. If she breaks up with you, you're like, what happened? I thought everything was good. They want more. They don't just want the stuff that you guys can't assume. Make sure you always just do it. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't know. I know I'm young, and everybody older, probably older than me, who's watching this, are really gonna think that a lot of my advice is silly, but I know it will really pay off in the long run. I don't think there's any more. Oh, okay. Girls, my advice for girls in a relationship: make sure you don't push too hard, and you can't always expect so much. And also, the guy's not gonna know what's going on in your head and what you want if you don't communicate with each other and, you know, say something, because you can't always keep it inside. And that's usually the number one thing in a relationship: communication. Always talk to each other, talk things out, let each other know how you're feeling. That's also sometimes the problem a lot in a relationship, is the communication issues, and sometimes people just go out looking for the wrong type, period. That's what I mean. You guys got to keep an open mind and open heart to anyone who comes your way, but not so open that it's just desperation looking for anyone at all. You have to have some limitations and expectations too. I mean, anyone would want that, but don't be so picky, because it could get pretty frustrating when all the guys at my school just are looking for a blonde and blue-eyed girl. Because, I mean, look at this. Complete opposite. Gotta look for what's in the inside. I believe that's all the advice that I have inside my mind at the moment. Plus, I don't want to keep you guys for too long when I don't have to. So, this has been another, I guess you call it, successful episode of Dr. Dilemma. I hope that my advice really helped you guys. I think eventually I am going to do my personal own back to school Dr. Dilemma tips, and, you know, some other things that I may find problems with, and I don't want you guys to make the same mistakes I did. Anyway, have a nice rest of the day. I love you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. You're always a great audience, a very silent audience too. But you're all beautiful. So I'm Dukimono, okay. I'm Dukimono, signing off, saying quack quack. Until next time, I love you guys.